channel Elimu Mtandao. Welcome again to our subject Accountants 1, and today let us try to check on the correction of errors. Correction of errors, simply we are referring to those kind of errors, either can be clerical or due to error of principles on recording. And most of the time we are saying those errors, most of the time they happen unintentionally. So under this topic, we have two kind of error. We have categorized into two errors. We have those errors which do affect the trial balance and those which do not affect the trial balance. When you're saying that do not affect the trial balance, it means that there are some kind of errors that may happen, but at the end of the day, the trial balance will still balance, as we know that trial balance tend to check arithmetic accuracy of the transaction records that you have recorded in the books. So let us start with this part 1, which is errors which do not affect trial balance. Now under this error which do not affect trial balance, there are almost 7 of them, but sometimes in other books they're just showing us 6 of them. We have error of complete omission. When you're talking about error of complete omission, mean that when this kind of error it happens, you may see that the transaction is totally forgotten recorded in the books of account. Let's say you have sold goods for cash, but not record for that transaction. That is what we call complete omission. So that was a complete omission error. Now we have this what we call commission error. Most of the time it will be the correct account, type of account, but at the end of the day, we are going to record on the incorrect account. That is error of commission. Like let's say we have purchased goods from Juma, Jumanne, and at the end of the day, instead of recording to Juma, Jumanne, we have recorded to Juma, Juma. So that is the error of commission. And we have error of principle. Most of the time this error, it happens due to the type of account it is different. Let's say we have purchased a machinery, but instead of recording to machinery account, you have recorded, let's say, to machinery repair, which is expenses. So it can be capital expenditure and revenue expenditure mixed. That is error of principle. And we have this error of compensating error, which tend to cancel each other. You have, let's say, over added the sales, which is an income, and again you have added the same amount on the salary. So at the end of the day, when you want to check this error, it will cancel each other because the expenses was over added in with the same amount of the income which was over added. And we have all error of original entry. Most of the time when you're dealing with the original entries, you may find that when you're adding totals, it is you get the certain figure, but when you are recording the different figure in the books of account. So that is what we call error of original entry. But transposition, sometimes people they're mixing with the error of original entry. But this one is error whether we are saying that it is divisible by 3 or 9. At the end of the day, you're just mixing figures in a sequence of number. Let's say 1, 2, 3. 3. Instead of recording 1, 2, 3, you are recording as 1, 3, 2. So when you check the difference, obviously to be divisible by 3. And you have this what we call error of complete reversal. It means that instead of debiting the transaction, you are crediting. If vice versa is true for the other account, that is error of complete reversal. And most of the time when you want to correct this error, you have to double the amount. So these are just errors of correction of error which do not affect the trial balance. Next time we will try to check the example relating to this kind of errors and how can we deal with them, how can we solve them. Thank you. See you next time.